Hey, you guys, it is Gigi with Invite the Light coming to you with another reading. So, this has been like round the clock Harry and Meghan obsession. And for anybody who doesn't like know my channel, who like clicks on like comments or whatever and goes, oh, I wonder what this person uploads in their channel, they're just gonna see a whole bunch of Harry and Meghan stuff. Like, it's just crazy. The Queen. I just took a quick look on online to see what had happened with the meeting, or just in general, like with the Queen, what the headlines were. I actually didn't read anything, but I see that there's some sort of resolution the Queen made or whatever. I actually should have taken the time to go back and read it, but I got kind of distracted, which isn't unusual nowadays. So we're going to take a look and see what the Queen, what the parties were saying to each other, just a general overall energy. And I'm just going to clear the energy really quickly here. All right, cool. All righty then. And so there's one thing that bothers me, and I'll be right with you guys. Hold on one second. Good afternoon, Alita. All righty then. Okay, so there are a few of you who are wondering, not worried, but wondering. Well, actually, it was just one person, I guess, who was wondering kind of where the extended video the other day is. I do apologize. I just didn't have enough time to get it done. So I had said the other day that it was going to be done like Monday. I don't know if you guys are cool. Like, no. I can't have to do it today. Sorry. It's just crazy right now. All right, so let me just get to what's going on here. What happened in that meeting? Well, the energy is really good. Like, Harry and Meghan are very calm in the face of all of this. And to deal with this kind of onslaught of stuff, there's that requires a lot of energy, a lot of will, a lot of will. So, but they are really good with this. I'm kind of bored already, to be quite honest, because the reading I did last night is the same cards, basically. Here's William. This is Kate. Hold on one second. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to need a moment here. Take a look at this. The extended videos, Alita, they are linked into the videos that I did already. So there's a link in there, so you can just click on that link, and then I'll send it to you. So yeah, I do want to talk to a few people. I usually do my videos on PayHip, but I mean, some Meghan Markle viewers just got a little bit weird. I'm a big fan of good energy. I'm a big fan of, I can't really explain it, but I'm a big fan of people being in integrity with the energy. And these Meghan Markle videos are not here for you to feed off of them, for you to generate extra negativity off of. So I really, even pay hip is the way I do it normally. So usually what I do is I upload the video for you guys and I just leave the link and you're able to like go and get it right away. But people kind of abuse that, and so I had to take it away for a little while. So we shall see what happens. Then I put it back on, and the same people were coming back abusing it again. Like, I'm just like, why can't you just go find another freaking channel to just go and deal with? So, you know, in case some of you are kind of wondering, like, why are the videos kind of like this? Like, why do we have to do this whole extended thing, PayPal you, and then receive an email? It's not that much of a big deal, but sometimes it's a wait because sometimes I can't get to the email to see who ordered it until after I finish my daily obligations. So, I just want to let you guys know that's something that will probably carry on for a little while longer. I'm just really not into disrespectful people coming in and accessing the information that I use my brain for. I'm just not into it. People who have shown no respect for me, you know what I mean? And so I'm in no respect for Meghan, and Harry within reason. So I'm just not into it. So until I figure out like a better way to filter those fuckers out, I don't know, it's going to come across as being a little disorganized. So my apologies for that. And my apologies to the young um, lady who was wondering where the extended video is. So without further ado, let me just get on to this. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't really see any difference from what I did last night, to be quite honest. All I see is I basically see in the remains of whatever happens, the predominant energies here are Kate and William. I mean, William is just holding on. People, it's very interesting because people don't change, and they damn for sure don't change overnight, and they don't change within the 4 hours. The only really big change that happened was actually Harry. Like I said, if you guys saw the extended video, he was like, to use Jules' words, she's a frequent viewer, um, scorched earth, basically, really in his purpose in scorching the old paradigms. That's what I would really say more so. It's like a scorched earth type thing, but getting rid of the paradigms. And then you could see overnight what I was saying in the reading that I did just, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours ago, that there was a big difference kind of in the way he was going to show up in this meeting with his grandmother. And it was because actually Meghan kind of reeled him back in a little bit and said, don't lose sight of what we're looking to do overall. We're not looking to burn bridges or destroy things. And I don't want you destroying your family. They're actually not bad people. Like, why? You may have a disagreement, it's okay. But the only thing that you want to do is just have the freedom to be productive, have the freedom and the fluidity, like just to be able to move forward at high levels of speed and high levels of production and output. So that's all you want. You don't want to disturb bridges, and you don't want to bring all these extra compounded issues into just this one disagreement that does represent a lot, because the way people do things or the way they do everything. William shows up and he's very stagnant. Kate is a really destructive. She's a force who fights for people to be in their mediocrity. And I know that a lot of you have issues with that. And I will tell you, by now, a lot of you already know that Kate always shows up as quite unproductive. She's not a horrible person, but the cards that she pulls, she shows up unproductive. Just as I said, the cards that Selena Gomez pulls, is the very productive Empress card, not the sitting on your ass Empress card. Okay. The card that Haley Bieber pulls is always like a little sword. In fact, it's this Page of Swords, little girl, nasty type thing. Like, the cards that Megan pulls now, High Priestess, this type of card here, a lot of the work card, the card that William pulls a lot lately, this, the Hermit all the time, very aloof type of person. The card the Queen pulls without a doubt all the damn time is the Emperor, not the Empress, not the Queen of Wands, Swords, Cups, or Pentacles. She pulls the Emperor all the time in my readings, all the time from day one when I started doing readings on them. So if you have a problem with the way that I'm talking about Kate, then change the channel, because this is the energy she pulls in my readings for a very long time. Okay, it's a very destructive force here. This is actually in reverse. I actually didn't turn these cards toward you guys. Sorry, so they're toward me, actually. So she's in reverse here. This is extremely nasty, but I don't think she's as nasty as this card really portrays. But I mean, she's just not the greatest force for William. It's a very codependent force. That energy overall and everything is just really, really negative and offensive, but I think that there's also in this reading like a little bit of a calming energy as well. I think somehow things have sort of calmed down. I'm imagining from the energy that I get from this, because these cards are weird. Like, they're not telling me exactly what's going on. I'm about to find out though, but they're just telling me like who's what, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like Kate's over here like this, you know what I mean? And William's here like, I don't want to do anything, and the energy between the two, the Queen, Harry, Meghan, like this, Prince Charles barely shows up. But I mean, again, the issue with this family is a lot of gridlock, a lot of different personalities, and the level of work they're willing to do and not willing to do. And people are fighting, specifically Kate. She has super negative fucking foot. This is getting on my fucking nerve. Okay, sorry. It's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves because this is the type of person who sits there and discourages. There's discouragement toward William. There's this already William sits in his own shit. You know what I mean? Like, already William just, he's stagnant right now. Some of it is, it's not even coming forth as emotional. This is coming forth as his real shadow side, like just asshole egoism. Like, he's not an asshole though, but just outright egoism, laziness. You know what I mean? And she's fighting for that. And that's why she gets on my fucking nerves, the way this card is showing up. The way this card is showing up. Like, bitch, you know what I mean? She's like, it's not going to go down that way. There's a lot of attitude in this card. There's a lot. She feels also very entitled. There's a lot of entitlement as well. They're not productive. I mean, it's just not. Look at the cards on their end. These are pages. These are pages. They're not queens. They're not kings. They're not even knights. These are pages. It's not productive. She is more so this lady of. She tries to be this lady of leisure. I mean, it's just not going to work. And at this point in time, she just really doesn't like Meghan. At this point in time, like, no. Because Meghan will throw everything into upheaval, not because she's a destructive force, but because her energetics, everything, her activity to move forward, to stay productive is always, it's a high level of output, There's just a high level of output with her. Like, she's always coming out and doing something. She's always as soon as she got in, suddenly she had this cookbook. Then she had, what else did she have, you guys? Like, she did more productive stuff within the first 3 to 6 months, let's say, of her marriage to Harry than I've ever heard Kate do. And like I said, I saw Kate when she and William came to New York. I saw Kate, do some of her charity work on the ground. And I mean, it's just not for Kate. And I get it, because I would tell you, I'm not an on the ground person either. I'm not the person, I don't think, so I don't fault Kate for this, but she is not the person like Princess Diana, who's on the ground holding babies with leprosy. Like, some people are just, for various amount of reasons, they're just not that people, that type of person who can have that strength to deal with those kind of situations. Other people are just fucking lazy, and that's basically what she is. That's basically what she shows up as all the time. I hate to say it, but this card annoys me because I do not like people who fight for mediocrity, who fight and who feel like her sword is in the ground. Like, no, she's fighting to keep William like this. That's her right there. The difference between her and kind of Meghan, you'll see over the last two readings. If for some of you who don't know this channel, some of you who don't know me or any of my readings, I invite you to go over to the channel and take a look at the series of readings, even the ones I've had a long time ago. You can like just listen to them in your car or whatever when you're on your way to work, if you feel inclined to. Let me look at the time here, sorry. You could see last night, actually, the difference between the Harry and the extended video, which is a productive Harry, but a Harry of conviction, but also, like so much more, so much more. And you could see when she showed up as that high priestess, which Meghan pulls that card. It's a very amazing card to pull, like to hold that kind of energy, to pull that kind of card for yourself in readings consistently. Like, she is in alignment. She is walking in integrity with herself. And she's not here. Somebody's having me speak for her as her guide. Like, she is not here to be your whipping post, and she is not here to be held back in not making decisions over the productivity of humanity versus you not liking her holding open her own car door or whatever the fuck else. Somebody else kind of, those are not the words they were kind of trying to make me say, but that's the general gist. She will always take the hit from you dumb fucks out there. I'm sorry to say it, but fuck you. Like, honestly, we are sitting in a world where, what was I saying? Hi, Dee Dee. Like a couple readings ago, I was saying, why are we okay with not having more advancement in space? If we landed on the moon in about 1968, I mean, how many years ago was that? A good 40, almost 50 years ago. So, I mean, for us to be okay with certain things, making excuses for lack of advancement, making excuses for year after year after year of dealing with people who are just one earthquake away from absolute disaster, one Taliban war away from absolute genocide, one Democratic Republic of the Congo, fistula away from absolute destruction and femicide. And we sit here sucking down our reality television. That's somebody else saying that right now, but I said everything else, but somebody else is like giving me, like, it's just a feeling a group of beings have. So you cannot break Meghan Markle, okay? Deal with it. She will always take humanity over you dumb fucks and fuckers who fight for mediocrity. Fighting to keep fucking people in mediocrity. Oh my God, I'm yelling like a mad woman. Let me just bring it back for a second. Hold on, everybody. Okay, I know you all are upset over there. So, yeah. Let me take a look at the last of this reading real quick. The last of this spread here. Is there anything else really important to say? That's the real message there. You can call Megan. Megan doesn't even fully know. This is mostly like a lot of her higher self. This is her heart center. So, I mean, you can blame her for all this, but she and Harry are going to move forward. She may be sick. And like in that poem I read a poem in the extended, which I will read actually to you guys. It's the Invictus poem. And I'm being called to read it here, so I apologize for those of you who did purchase the extended, and I'm like, but I mean, I really don't think you care. So this poem is a poem by William Ernest Henley. It's a super powerful poem. I just suggest that you guys read it on your own. But it just starts out like, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters how straight the gate. It matters not how straight the gate. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This poem is so like, when I first read it ages ago, I mean, I just pictured, I don't know. I read this story about this man stranded in Antarctica. I talk about James Shackleton, like in the extended video. I'll tell you that bit. Or a man who was stranded with his team of men down in Antarctica, and how some of them were psychologically breaking down under all of the elements going against nature. Such a harsh thing. But the human spirit, the just yourself against the definition of who you are, who your purpose is. This is where Harry's coming from, and this is why I believe, I don't want to speak for him, but I believe that he also chose the name of the Invictus Games, because obviously this poem means something to him as well. But that's the energy that they're in, and Megan is a softer bit of this energy, but she will never compromise her mission, compromise the suffering of humanity over the fact that you think she's a fucking what do they call her? Castle wrecker, palace wrecker, some shit. Whatever. So she's just gonna keep moving forward. And they're going to move forward in their purpose, and to try to stop, to explain to people who don't want to understand. And I think that's what that was with the documentary. I still didn't see it, but based on the cards and stuff, like just trying to meet people halfway, and just trying to, extend an olive branch, and then they get slapped in the face. That was really the communication, like, oh, this really isn't even about us. This is just about deterring. This is about energy killing. This is not about you being upset at me trying to resolve an issue because you felt, I married someone you don't know, who is this girl? Everything is so fast. Why didn't you even announce that you were deciding to have a baby? As if, some of the dumb fucking questions, sidebar. I'm just going to go on a rant a little bit here. What else is new? Just sidebar. As if you fucking people in your own lives have announce to the world that you decided to impregnate your wife, like you guys are working on a baby, so Harry should disclose all that to you? I mean, come on, let's get real here. Like, to even witness this stuff is just disgusting. Give me a break. And for those of you who are sitting there and not even correcting people in their own negativity and their own lack of critical thinking and just this blaming thing. Like, I just saw something and I had to turn it off, this discussion on Fox. I went to go watch it on Meghan and Harry, and one of the women's there, like, this is just Meghan being about me, 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 And I'm like, how is this her being about me, me, me? You know what I mean? How is this her? Like, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. All you know is Harry decided to leave. You think Harry is so weak that just because of Meghan, he will decide to leave his family? You haven't paid any attention to Harry because he's had a lot of issues with his family for a very long time. And maybe I have a little leverage because I've seen the cards. So I actually do see I have a little leverage. I have a little leverage because I've seen the energies and the definitions and stuff like that. But even if you were paying attention and you feel that you know Harry, because everyone loves Harry and loves him, you don't love him. You don't love him. You don't respect his choice. You may not like that woman, but at the least, on the strength of who Harry has been to you in your life and what Harry has gone through, and your so-called liking and support of him, you sure aren't supporting him. Okay, wow, I really don't like his wife, but you know what? He's happy. I'm glad he's happy. And that's how he feels, very disrespected by you people. Very disrespected. The fact that you couldn't trust him enough. This is from his readings from a long time. The fact that you couldn't trust him enough to have the proper judgment to get someone who is a nice person, like you think he really would marry someone who's nasty. I mean, that hurts him. But the thing that really, where you guys overstep, the public, what sent him into making this decision is that ongoing bullying of her, him seeing her sick over this, after seeing how good she is, after seeing how she really brought the best out of him. She really helped him heal. And I'm not saying that he hasn't done anything for her, but the impact on him after she has done things that the queen, and I'm not disrespecting the queen by saying this, but she's been able to heal and help him self-heal parts of him that he hasn't been able to get from his family, nourishment. And that's not saying anything against them, but that's just how it is sometimes. Certain people are able to help you with stuff others aren't. And you can also see the ongoing problems. Even though Queen Elizabeth is very amazing, there's still something also, in her own role that is sort of inflexible to the point of a toxicity, because you see it in her child, Charles. You see it in her child, Andrew. You see the drama with Fergie. You saw the drama with Diana. Like, there's so much drama that has gone on under Queen Elizabeth. And I'm not being disrespectful to her, because when she pulls cards, she pulls amazing cards. But what I'm saying is that don't try to act like all of a sudden on Fox News, it's all about Meghan being about me. Harry, if he married fucking Susie Blow from freaking, Gingham Street in London, somewhat of the same thing would have happened. He was having issues. He has reached a point where he is, as an adult, he's been told he hasn't been mature enough. Now he's been excited because he's like, oh, finally now I'm married. People in the family will be proud of me. I'll get that respect. Now I have my own baby. Remember, he used those words specifically, a child of my own. Go back and see it when he had the baby, because it's very interesting. I thought that he used those choice of words, a child of my very own, of our very own. So he's not playing in other people's He's not the third wheel to William and Kate, and that's no disrespect. I mean, he generally enjoys being with them. I always mix those two words up. So funny. Um, and he's had good times with them, and that's nothing that even a nasty Megan could ever erase. So Megan's not interested in that. She's not interested in that. And by the way, notice how, you guys said, oh, she's a gold digger, she's a horrible person, she's a user, she's this and that. Now you guys are saying, well, Kate and Camilla have been through horrible things in the press as well. Facts. But you don't see those two leaving. Yeah, I don't think the decision to leave, it has anything to do with Megan. And B, not directly. And based on what I've seen in the cards, not directly. And B, if she's such a gold digger, why the fuck is she stepping back from the duties? Why is she putting herself in a place where she's at the forefront of getting all the brunt of all this hatred, even more hatred? Like, why would she put herself in that place? And let's look at Kate's track record. Let's look at the Duchess of Cornwall's track record. I mean, what does Camilla do? I don't even want to like be disrespectful toward her, but I'm just saying, like, when you look at the activity of what people do, let's look at the facts that people display about themselves. I mean, why is it, Harry comes on, he gets married, and then he goes into his own, he decides to break apart from his brother. No one gets to come in as a wife or anything. It's very rare, I think, but no one gets to just come in and just break you away from your family all of a sudden, and we've seen these things. We've seen this, we've seen the differences. I'm sorry, God. And we've seen William actually say in his interview, when they did that what was it again? The Fabulous Four interview. When they did that interview and someone asked them, oh, do you guys agree? Is there ever a time you don't agree? And he was like, yeah, whatever. It was, at the time, it was really funny. But they've been disagreeing on things for a while, as you know. So I'm just going to take a look at the comments here really quickly. Rant on, sister. Just call me the rantress. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Didi. I mean, people, and that's what's so tired all the time. And I mean, don't you all find it tired too? I mean, I don't know. People who tell you in the job, stop working so hard. Like, you're making us look bad. Like, you're just trying to do the best in your job. Like, who needs that? Who needs for other people to be taking the time to be noticing you and approaching you and pointing out that you're working hard? Like, what? We should all be working hard. We have so many problems in this world, and there's so much effort in trying to hold people back and tear people down, as opposed to really building solution makers. And I mean this, like, we have a serious issue with plastic in the oceans. Like, we should be encouraging our kids to become a lot more kids to become scientists and and emotional communicators, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, things like that. So yeah. Hold on one second. Because we have a lot of issues. We've got global crises going on. We've got housing crises going on in multiple countries where people just simply can't afford to live. I'm reading the comments here. Yes, that is one thing I did hear, that woman on Fox News, before she went into the whole it's all about me thing. And actually, I'm sorry, I know I really didn't address that me comment properly. I really didn't, but I'm just gonna leave it for now because I just don't have the time to deal with it. But I did hear that woman say that the queen said, just please don't make any more announcements, you know, so it's fine. I mean, what do you expect? Obviously, they have relationship with the public. So, as that person was saying, I can't believe, it's just all about them. They go and they make these statements to the public. I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want them to do? Just expect everyone to read their mind? They have a relationship, a direct relationship with the public. They are expected by the public to do certain things. So why would you even question the fact that they would not put out a statement publicly? To me, they should have actually done a video. It would have been much better. But that was all Harry's thing. All right. So, let's see. I think most of the answers are in the video that I did. For some of you who don't know, I did a video at just like maybe 10 hours ago. No, I know I said 7, like just 45 minutes ago, but I mean, there's a lot of upheaval here. There's a lot of upheaval. It is creating a space more for William and Kate to step forward, but I mean, their leadership just, is just ineffective. Look at this. I mean, with Kate, always this card, always the hangman with her, always lazy as fuck. Idle is there. She goes just to tell me that. Yep, that's me. There's the clarifier. That's how it works with my readings. A lot of times there is yeah, this mechanism is going to fall apart, like with them eventually. The cracks are going to start to show with the ineffectiveness here, the lack of movement here. So, I feel like Camilla is telling Charles to kind of back off away from these two already a little bit, because they're kind of lazy in their own right too. And I don't care. I usually try not to be very disrespectful to people, but this reading got me going. Like, I'm just gonna let people have it because there's just too many lies out there on Meghan and Harry, and damn it, Meghan doesn't even have anything to do with this. This is all Harry. This is all Harry. Okay, so let me just take a look here. I was hoping to see, also why wasn't Kate invited? You know what I mean? It just also just really goes to show you kind of like how just why weren't these people invited? Why wasn't Camilla there? How disconnected they are in the first place and how kind of irrelevant. Relevant but irrelevant. Well, I mean, obviously, Kate definitely has the 3 children. And it's kind of like she sort of uses that as an excuse. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's 3 over here, 3 over here, 3 over here. We don't have to take care of the children. The children. Oh, the children. Look at the children. I think I figure her out too. Oh, I'm being so mean in this reading. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kate's cards all reversed, like three of wands, no kind of planning, no real outlook, no nothing, idleness all over the place. When something's done, it's done on a very, you know, pedestrian type of level. She sits and she watches like other people do stuff, and then, her job is just to come in and after everyone's done the work and just place the flower on the altar. Yeah, that's my job. You know, I don't know, but I think eventually too, her kids, she'll be exposed. Her kids are beginning to see certain things. They're very young, but they're beginning to see certain things. I really didn't want to make this about her, but I mean, she comes up all in through here. These are her cards. These are her cards. Those are you. That's the way she shows up. These are her cards, especially this one, the Hangman. Not the fucking idol, 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 idol. And what did I tell you too as well? This is a very good card, but the type of cards this comes around in the energy, it comes around for Kate always. This can represent Megan, and other really self-sufficient women, or even every once in a while a man as well, but mostly self-sufficient, productive women. It's a good card, but it always comes up, with lazy cards around it for Kate. Okay. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Lazy Susan. This was upside down. All right. So even all of the plans, the things, the outlooks that they had, I mean, she's been, and I told you guys this in a couple of other readings, and I usually never ever am this outright about Kate or anything, William or Charles. I know, but I went ahead and called them what's really going on. Lazy AF. Lazy AF. All right, so I've got to get going on this reading. It doesn't seem to want to really tell me what happens. It just seems to present all of dynamics, and maybe that's what happened too. Everyone just presents their same roles again. I'm the obstructor. I'm the dawdler. I'm the one who controls the dawdler and keeps him in his dawdling space. I'm the one who looks at everyone, has been leading this thing, but hasn't been able to rein everybody in to be productive. And now the one person that I have who has been most productive is like trying to leave. And there we go, Harry. He's super upset. This is in reverse. This is toward you. This is in reverse. Sorry, in reverse. I thought I made a mistake in this. Whether this is in reverse or not, he is in a negative state and doesn't feel productive. Needs to be productive, and that's gonna happen though. She's going to do something, though. She's trying to figure out, she needs some time, though, but there's some kind of title. And remember, I was telling you, she was trying to offer him something like outright, like some kind of title, some kind of responsibility, and it would have been paid, and he rejected it with this upside down. This is facing me, but I'm showing you, which looks right side up, but it's up in reverse. There's William again. These two cards came up again for him last night. You could see that as well. Just unproductive. This was Megan. These two cards were coming up for her as well. Just really feeling trapped, not wanting to say anything. Notice the castle is way behind in the back. I couldn't show you guys that last night. She's not connected to this. And I think Megan is sick. Like, I don't think anybody really knows it. I've been saying that since she had the baby. Like, there's some health condition that I believe she has. I mean, she just needs time. Her spirit needs time. Her spirit is very sensitive, and I'm not sure that she knew how sensitive it was. But, there's also this extremely strong side of her as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead because I have to get on this other extended video that I promised other people. And I'm behind schedule. So let's take a look here. I don't believe that Harry and Meghan were going to keep their titles as of my reading the other day. As in, that was just like, I don't know, 18 or 19 hours ago. I've done a gang of readings on them. Meghan's fine. My whole point was, in my little rant about 15 minutes ago, was that people were saying that Meghan is this gold digger, but notice how she is willing to leave, this situation, and they're willing to make their own living. So please shove it up your ass, all these people out here. She's a gold digger. She's this, she's that. She's not out there trying to make money. And she's certainly willing to make her own money. And she didn't come and trying to sit on her ass, and she didn't put herself in a place of being accused. And I am going to go and be as cruel. I'm not cruel, but, it's just not really me to say this, but I guess I'm compromising a little bit of my principles a little bit to say this. Like, I've seen Kate accuse hundreds of times online of just having babies in order to be on maternity leave. That is a cruel thing to say. But why so many British people out there saying that against her? You know, why? Why are people even calling her lazy? Like, I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that. I actually thought she was actually great, but I don't like the way she showed up in the car, especially today. Especially today. Don't like it. Really nasty. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's a really good thing. I had done a reading on Kourtney Kardashian as well, and you know, there was really a lot of truth about that, about Kourtney. You know, Kim was like the really productive, super hyper productive person in that family, and Kourtney actually was definitely not that productive, not motivated. She does do things, but you know that actually. So yeah, it's very similar because I had actually done like I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago as well. I think about 3 readings on them as well that might be on this channel or they might be on my other Invite the Light channel. I think they're on my other Invite the Light channel because they were like the first celebrity people I did a reading on. I'm reading more of the stuff on Kourtney here. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Are we sure is Kate pregnant again? Yes, Diane. The bullying will still persist, but the only difference is that Meghan and Harry are over it. I mean, they're really going to take that'll be in that extended reading, actually, Diane. I'm not trying to be all by the book on you, but that's actually what I'm going to be going over in that full-on in-depth reading. So having actually said that, I need to go. Thank you guys for the likes. If you guys have been watching this video for more than 5 minutes and you've actually been enjoying it and finding it useful, I really appreciate you all. Take your right hand like this. Everybody raise their right hand. Last three fingers, just take them in like this. Go like this. You got your phone. Take your finger and hit the like button. Okay. Super appreciate if you would do that. It does help YouTube know that these videos are of interest out there to you, maybe of interest to other people, whether they disagree with the video or not, and does help me to really, you know, make use of my energy that I do put in these readings as well. Okay, so super appreciate the likes. If you all would continue on to just take a moment and like the video, especially if you've been watching it for more than 5 minutes and found it of some use, that would be great. All right, so for those of you who haven't been on my channel, you are also welcome to go to the other videos. I have videos on what was going down in the meeting that I did at actually 4 a.m. local time. That was crazy. I think one viewer who normally catches these readings I do, is not on this reading because she is probably sleeping from the fact that she caught the 4 a.m. reading last night. There's a whole hour-long reading that I did. It's 9 hours ago, it says, YouTube says. So you're welcome to go over there as well. The day before, I did a Royal Crisis, the Queen's Outlook. What did I title it? On Harry and Meghan. And then probably the day before that, Bold New Plan on Harry and Meghan, and then there are a series of videos on this that you all can enjoy. There are extended videos as well. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get to that extended video. All right. If you guys are interested in the, oh, okay. If you guys are interested, okay, Coco, I'm just getting your email. I don't know what the heck happened. I'm going to find out. That's weird. Did you get the link? Did you get the link, Coco? Did you get the link that I just sent about 45 minutes, 50 minutes ago? So let me see here. Anyway, all right, guys. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get going. You guys take care. Thank you very much. Feel free to take a look at the other channel if you want to look at more videos, and there's extended videos as well. Bye bye.